right, here we are, the 2024 Mustang GT. This particular model is grabber blue, absolutely stunning, has the optional 20-inch wheels and that active valve exhaust, which gives you the additional 6 horsepower on top of the 480 horsepower, making 486 in this thing. It's got the 10R80, which means it's super fast in a straight line, but today that's not what we're focusing about. It's all about the twisties here. You know how much I love them. Marcus is having fun here too. So naturally, let's have some fun here. If you're looking for comparisons, a lot of those S550 guys, you know, that's your benchmark. That's what you're getting out of when you're getting into a brand new S650. It is an all new 7th generation Mustang. That's what Ford has been calling it. And at the end of the day, every part of this car has been massaged. The inside of this car is so much different. It's familiar yet different from what the outgoing S550 was, but you know, everyone's been having mixed reviews on the screens, but honestly, it is a cockpit now. It wraps around you. It is absolutely stunning. The graphics, personally, I'm a techie guy, so I really do enjoy the graphics. We're out here just outside LA, up in the canyons and the mountains. Absolutely stunning. First thing you notice when you sit in the driver's seat is the flat bottom steering wheel. Obviously they took that from the GT350, GT500, 350R. They all had those flat bottom steering wheels. And all the guys with the EcoBoost and the GTs, hey, I want those steering wheels. Well, now you get it right out of the box. And frankly, it's a little bit more angular, a little bit more obvious than what we have been used to in the S550 Mustang. But whew. Earlier today, we had the EcoBoost out on the Autocross track, and I was absolutely astounded. I've put plenty of track miles on our Autocross Prep Q350 EcoBoost, and I'll tell you right now, that thing out of the box is dangerous, in a good way, right? Brakes are noticeably better.
Are they really?
Yes.
This rating on the Brembos, correct, or no?
Yeah, this is the Brembos.
All right, here we go, ready, and go.
10 speed's more responsive too.
Beautiful. $23 seconds. Here we go.
Definitely peppier than the outgoing EcoBoost.
Is it?
Yes.
Nice. Done. 23:57. Beautiful, dude. Dude, hell yeah.
Woo! Man, I'm out of breath because that was absolutely exciting. Cannot wait to get behind the wheel, start adding some parts and seeing what this thing is really made of with some actual sticky tires on it. But I'm out of breath. Like that was absolutely insane. Just for a stock standpoint, I mean, absolutely incredible. You could tell they took a lot of the good parts from all the Mustangs, the S5, all the good things about the S550s, and wrapped it in a perfect package in the S650. Then when you start getting into twisties, the next thing you notice, the new steering rack. I don't know how much different the actual rack is, but I can tell you right now, the ratio is much quicker than S550. And I can tell you that is definitely a welcome change, especially with the addition of the drift brake, which we got to experience this morning. You need to be able to make those quick steering inputs, and same thing with Autocross or even out on track. Smooth is fast, and the ability to put those steering inputs in a nice smooth fashion but quick is key.
We have this course designed today to really highlight our new drift brake option, right? So traditionally, if you wanted to drift with a mechanical handbrake in a car, a stock handbrake, it requires 120% effort to get the rear tires to lock up. And normally you're pulling so hard, you're pushing on the steering wheel, you're doing other stupid things that make you lose feeling of the car and what it's doing, all that stuff. So This is really nice. It's an electronic function now, and it's more or less an on-off switch. So it's very, very effortless to pull. It's instantaneous in locking up the rear tires, and just works out to be pretty good, and allows the driver to stay fluid in the car and focus on driving and all the other good stuff he should be. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
And this is our 4-cylinder EcoBoost 10-speed automatic version.
Smooth.
We don't want to strip down the whole track because we're eating tire.
Very cool.
Not bad for a 4-banger, right?
Heck yeah.
It's getting it.
Another thing I noticed with the 10R80 and the EcoBoost, they have refined it even further. I personally had a 2018 GT with the 10R80 that I spent a lot of time autocrossing, and I'll be honest, it was searching for gears. It was kind of wandering a bit. Out on track, they're a bit better, especially when we tested it out in Twister Orange Mach 1 and the Black Mach 1 out at the firm. And they've improved over time, but at the end of the day, the improvements they made in the 10R80, especially in the EcoBoost out on an autocross setting, when it's not trying to search for gears anymore, it's holding that gear longer, and I out of habit, I went from park all the way to manual. Just for an autocross setting, I want to choose the gears. Maybe I'm a little old school in that regard, but Marcus went for drive, and it was holding the gears a lot longer, and yeah, do we need to turn around?
We're just gonna do the, let me see, what street are we on right now? Oh yeah, that's the reservoir right there. I think Marissa took us the backwards way. Yeah, they're going the correct way.
All right, I'm not gonna lie, you can definitely feel that it doesn't have the 355s in the rear. In the performance package cars, it's a little bit snappier, but you do feel a little bit more torque, I gotta say, than the S650 Mustangs. Gearing's obviously different with it being 331s in the back of this right now, but all in all, the driving experience, as you could tell, is something they really focused on, and it has paid dividends. All in all, it's a very, very impressive machine. I gotta say that the EcoBoost doing the drift exhibition, or whatever you would like to call it, where we got to sit in the passenger seat with a professional driver, showing us how it worked. It's very, very cool to be able to see in person. That's something I'm excited to try on a spare set of wheels and tires in a big parking lot. But aside from that, I mean, the EcoBoost out of the box, I gotta say, like, this might be bold to say, but the EcoBoost performance package, probably with a stick shift, but even the 10R80 was awesome, is a little bit more of a visceral experience than this base GT. It's got the premium, but no performance package. I think the performance package, now more than ever with the 2024 Plus Mustang, is getting you a lot more. With the Brembo brakes, 6-piston in the front, 4-piston in the rear, you have the different suspension in terms of both shocks and sway bars and spring rates. If you opt for the active valve exhaust, you get a couple more horsepower there. But I mean, that EcoBoost is absolutely no slouch. You cannot compare a 2015 EcoBoost versus a 2015 GT, and the difference, the variance between those two cars, and now, the EcoBoost is no slouch. Absolutely no slouch. You know, everyone says, 4-cylinder, you know, it's not a Mustang. I'll tell you what, when it spanks your whatever car going around these twisties, because it's lighter, it's more nimble, you can put that nose exactly where you want it when you're apexing a cone out on course. Now, road course or roads like this, the V8 is, you know, you can really open it up. Nice little downshifts. Sport Plus doing its thing. Initiating a little bit of trash control as necessary. But roads like this, honestly, I leave track for the track. I let Ford put all that engineering work into the driving modes, and at the end of the day, this kind of setting is what Sport Plus is made for. It gives you just enough to have a good time, but it stops you if you're having a little bit too much fun, if you know what I mean. At the end of the day, that wraps up the driving impressions for the 2024 Mustang GT. I mean, it's incredibly impressive in every respect. Again, I'm a huge fan of the technology. I really, really do enjoy that. The 10R80 is the best it's ever been. And between the tech, the additional performance you're getting out of the Gen 4 Coyote, the additional 6 horsepower you're getting out of the revised active exhaust in comparison to the S650s, I mean, there's a lot to be had here. And I know that the price point is a bit higher. Inflation's affected everything, including the price of these cars and all the parts going on these cars. But at the end of the day, you're getting a lot for your money with these cars. And on top of that, we're talking rear-wheel drive American sports cars. How many are left? Mustang is it, and it's here to stay. Super, super excited about it. Can't wait to get our hands on these, get some parts on them, and do what we do best. Turn that volume knob up to 11. So thank you so much. We really appreciate all your time watching this video and all of our content around the 2024 Mustang. Be sure to stay posted to our Steeda YouTube channel as well as Steeda.com for all the high performance parts you need for your 2024 Mustang. Comment below, please let us know your thoughts. We want to know what you want to see in the coming months on the Steeda YouTube channel with these cars, because I'll tell you right now, we're going to be ripping them apart and putting them back together and doing that a bunch of times. So with that said, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and don't forget the most important thing, speed matters.
But instead of us going this way, we took the street all the way to here, and then that's when we started and we went backwards.
Seriously?
Yes. So we bypassed all of this freeway that we could have done.
Ah.
Yeah.